Hold on. Hold on this time. I want you to join hands and hold on. This is the community holding on. People holding on. Yeah. Oh yeah, come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Let it go. Let it go. Let all of it go. You don't need it anyway. Let it go. Yeah. We're going to have a special prayer at this time by Alan and Jan. Special prayer.
How do you walk the walk? I'm too weak, too afraid. How do you walk in truth? How do you walk with love? I'm too needy, too hurt, too mad. I'm too greedy, too guilty, too bad.
I speak to a childhood molester of mine today. I can feel the ghost chains of my past, the old rope that is tied to my neck, that choked the sound of selfhood, that stifled the song from my throat, that damaged and silenced my core.
How do you walk the walk of justice? How do you walk in spirit? You do not walk away from truth. I'll tell my truth and live my truth today. You do not walk away from love. I'll love myself and give my love away.
Give love, something I have not done before. Forgive, give for. Give one act for the misdeed, the abuse, the thing that was done that cannot be undone. Then do it again and again, each time a new you. Forgive, create from the pain and change myself, repair my soul.
How do you walk the walk? How do you walk in the spirit? You do not walk away from justice. You do not walk away from love. How do you walk the walk of Jesus? You love justice as you love Jesus. I follow his footsteps. They show me the way.
Unravel the rope from my throat. Weave threads of many colors into new tapestry. Affirm our beauty. Stand up with new voice in these revolutionary circles of this new community, where we learn to sing radically the melodies of diversity.
To the Spirit I pray. Let us walk the walk of freedom, justice, truth, and love. Let us walk in the Spirit and pray.
In this place, here, where language and laughter and good deeds mingle and mesh and multiply, where the hungry are fed and all children are cherished and all are God's children, all are embraced, where our love comes freely out, comes out liberated, where it is not usual or possessive or obsessive or conditional, where it is not usual but unusually real and uprising of affirmation, and we will see what is made new, forgiving with our love that gives over hatred for our own selves' sake, in justice, in truth, in joy.
How do you walk the walk? How do you walk the walk of freedom, justice, truth, and love? Let us walk in the Spirit and pray. Our Father, our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy freedom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
We are doing a new thing. Can you see it? Amen. Hallelujah.
Right on.
Shalom. Salam. Praise God.
We're calling you Savior. Oh, we're calling you Savior. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, come on down and hear our word. Hear a humble cry. While on others now you're calling, hey, 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 hey. And we're begging you, Lord, to please do not, please don't pass us by. Oh yeah, pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Lord, please hear our humble cry. Please, Lord, while on others, now you're calling. Don't forget about us. And we're begging you, Lord, to please do not, don't pass. Lord, don't pass us by. We're calling down on you. Calling down on you, Savior. Yes, we are, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, why don't you come on down and hear our humble cry. Please, while on others now you're calling. Oh, yeah. And we're begging you, Lord, to please do not, don't pass, Lord, don't pass us by. We're calling down on you. Savior, 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 Lord God, Savior Jehovah, Savior Almighty. Oh Lord, why don't you come on down and hear our humble, 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 hear our humble cry. While on others now you're calling. Oh yeah, and we're begging you, Lord, to please do not, please don't pass. I say, please, Lord, don't pass us by. You know we're living in a world today. We find it easy to hate one another. Why don't we look for the good in each other? Why don't we stop fighting each other? Why don't we start loving one another? Each and every day, don't change on your brother, don't change on your sister, and be the same every time. And we're asking you, Lord, please do not, please do not, please do not, please, 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 don't pass us, don't pass us by.
That's enough for coming out in the rain for, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let it rain every Sunday. Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. I want you to sing, Wade in the Water. Wade in the water, children. God's gonna trouble the water. Words on the wall. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
You see that ghost all dressed in white.
God's gonna trouble the water.
I'd say the leader looks like an Israelite. Dressed in red. It looks like the bed that Jesus led. Well now, well now, well now, I said wait. I said now wait. I said wait in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that man all dressed in black. It looks like they're pushing racism back. Well now, I said wait. Well now, wait. Well now, wait. In the water, God's gonna trouble the water. See that family, it's all diverse. Right now in the spirit, they all immersed. Oh, I said wait. Well now wait. Well now wait. In the water, God's gonna trouble the water.
Brothers and sisters, embrace. All right, all right. I can tell you all this. We knew in the back before we came out here, this was going to be a hot 9 o'clock. We knew it. We knew it. Started back there. What is it, Johnny? Nothing. Oh, nothing. Okay. All right, all right. May I now present to you the Glide Ensemble.
That
to see you with your head held high. Even though tears may fall from your eyes, he's the kind of God he knows that you depend. He's waiting, he's watching, he's waiting to defend. No, it's not. God is love. God is love. He doesn't love it not. No, it's not God. God is love. God is love. Sometimes it's evilness that causes us to stray. We're running from ourselves. Day by day there is no rest. Keep on believing. Don't stop praying. He's waiting. He's watching. He's worthy of your best. No, it's not. God is love. God is love. He doesn't love it not. No, it's not God. God is love. God is love. He love. He love. He love. My God is love. He love. He love. He love. We have to live our lives the very best we can. Understanding truth and respect your fellow man. God is not mocked, whatever men may say. Same God that giveth can take it away. No, it's not. God is love. God is love. He doesn't love it not. No, it's not God. God is love. God is love. He love. He love. He love. My God is love. He is love. He love. He love. My God is love. He is love. He love. He love.
Thank you.
Carol Huggins. Carol. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Faye, I want to see you when they start singing this next song. It's nothing horrible, okay? Don't get upset. God, that's good music. I just came back from Florida, where I met with the bishops of the Methodist Church. I am not wounded.
When I have someone so near who cares for me, sometimes I doubt the things I don't understand. That's when he comes and holds my hand. He'll be there to see you through. And when no one will comfort you, you care about you. God cares about you. And he'll be there when you're feeling blue. And when That's when he says, I'm here, so wipe away your tears. Don't cry, for I am standing by, and he'll be there when you feel blue. And when you care about you. Your life is tossed and driven like an angry sea. He said, fret not yourself. He said, believe in me. Now when we say within, we may not know for one night. He'll care about you, care about you. Oh, yeah, he cares about the grass that grows across. He cares about the sun that shines above. He cares. God cares about you. The way we live our lives. He cares. God cares about you. The way we love one another. He cares. God cares about you. The way we treat each other. He cares. God cares about you. The way we love each other. He cares. God cares about you. He cares. Thank you.
Claire. Good. Lala, Emily, Elsie. I said Claire. Thank you, Claire, leading that. Somebody's ready to go, aren't you? We're going to be here an hour or so. Just slow the pace up a little bit. No, I don't mean the next song. Just do what you got. You know, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm living at this time in history. This is a great time. Great time. And mind you, this church is going to have something to do with history. All right, come on. You know, she tours professionally, and every once in a while she goes away on tour, and when she comes back, she's come up with something new every time. Okay, that's right, fan, you cool down just a little bit. Not too much, don't cool down too much now. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Where are you from? That's going to cost you some more money. You're going to get another one in a short time. I would like for you to take time out today, those of you who have not become members of Glide, to make a commitment to become a part of the Glide family. After this celebration, you can go through that door, that one where Jan is standing over there, that says EXIT. Go through that door, and the first door you come to on your left, go in there for a short time. I would really like to have you today, okay? Thank you very much. Who's coming today? Oh, Tom. Yeah. Tom is going to come and say something about the offering and then give us the announcement. It's Tom. Thank you. Yeah.
Good morning, Glide family. My name is Tom. I've been coming to Glide for about, I think, 14 years now. And about 10 years ago, I brought my parents from Lincoln, Nebraska, because I wanted them to come to Glide and come to my church. And my dad was real upset that I'd left the Catholic Church to come to a Methodist place anyway. And we got here real early, and we were sitting down front, and we were sitting there waiting for the celebration to start. And they were setting up the mics. And my dad was not happy and didn't want to be here anyway. And he said, "This doesn't look like a church. Looks like some rock concert." And my mother very quickly looked around and patted my father on the knee and said, "Oh, honey, look, it's a church. They've got stained glass windows." And you know, it took me a long time because I thought I grew up in the church. But I grew up in a church that didn't do anything. And I realized that I had come to a church that really was the church. And it took a long time for me to change my mindset about what the church is, what the church should be, and what the church ought to be doing. And I'm so happy that I've come home to Glide. Thank you. I want to ask the ushers to, I want to say this. About 2 years ago, all the Methodists were here, and when Jan gave the pitch for the money, it was like choreography. They all shifted to their left hip, reached into their right pocket, and they all took out their money. It was magic. And so, I always wanted to be a choreographer. So if everybody could shift to the hip, and reach in, and dig deep, and pull out some money. I'd like the ushers to start from the back, and please, as the bags come around, give generously. Give from your heart, give from your wallet, give from deep down, because your money makes a difference here. And your money is put to good use here, and it's used wisely. Part of what makes Glide the church, in my mind, is the over 50 programs that we have going here at Glide. Programs that feed people. Programs that take care of people. Programs that take people and give them the tools to make something of their life. And that's what life is about, and that's what the church should be about. So please give generously. There are contribution cards for this year so that we can plan our budget for this year so that we know how much you'll be giving, so we know what we can spend. Please take the time to fill one of those in. Either drop it into the basket as it comes around, or you can drop it off downstairs in Freedom Hall afterwards. Thank you. The last time I gave the announcements, I met a wonderful man who became my husband. Tom Harris. Good things happen when you come to church. Yeah, I'm very blessed for a lot of reasons. I have announcements to read. Opportunities for you to volunteer to help the Glide community are many. There's an orientation. Did I miss something?
There's a long line waiting to make announcements. Long line.
I got lucky. I didn't think I'd blush when I got up to give the announcement. Oh, this was the giveaway, actually. I try so hard to be calm and cool when I give announcements and to deep breathe and everything. And I was looking butch that day because I had on my boots and this kind of vest and stuff. And then I got nervous and I did the hands on the hips thing. So when I get nervous, you know, the hands just kind of go on the hips. There's an orientation today. Okay, be serious. There's an orientation today for Glide volunteers today at 12:30. Stop by the volunteer table to sign up and get the details. The Glide Advocates for Diversity group is sponsoring a relief fund for the recent earthquake in Colombia. Over 2,000 people have been killed and 300,000 left homeless. Last week, the Advocates for Diversity collected over $750 here at Glide. Please, stop downstairs in Freedom Hall afterwards at their table, where their donations will be taken and distributed to the American Red Cross. If you've pledged for this year, your packets, your envelopes for $19.99 will be arriving by mail at your home shortly. Stop downstairs and pick up Reverend Williams' series of sermons, including Love versus Homophobia, along with Janice Mirkatani's Talks on Women down in Freedom Hall. Also, while you're down in Freedom Hall, pick up a reminder of the Glide celebration for yourself or to share with others. We have tapes and CDs of the fabulous Glide Ensemble. You can also pick up audio and videotapes of today's celebration. There are Glide t-shirts, the Glide sweatshirt, and books by Cecil, Jan, the children of Glide, and our community. We also have beautiful t-shirts, mugs, and caps, and the ever-lovable teddy bear. Sales proceeds go for the Children's Building, which is being renovated just a half a block up on Ellis Street. We also are opening another new building this year in 1999, the Cecil Williams Community Housing Home. 2 new buildings going up. Thank you. And of course, we want to welcome all visitors. Please go to the information table downstairs after the celebration in Freedom Hall. And if everybody come down for a little fellowship, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Those for gays and those for straight. Everybody. 2 lines. Can I tell them what you said to me? Sheila says, I want to get in some line. Said maybe I ought to make the announcements next Sunday. She's looking for a man. Huh?
God is bringing me one.
God is bringing you one. I see. How did we get into all this? Thank you so very much for being here today. You would have missed something that's very important to us if you had not been here today. And what's important to us at this time is Janice. Come here, Janice. Come here. It's Jan's birthday.
about a week and a half.
We better be careful. We're going to start something else. Yeah. Thank you. After the celebration this morning, she's going to be in Freedom Hall, and we're going to have some cake there. Would you come down and be with her, please? Thank you, Janice. Okay, brother, we're going to answer your call. We're going to sing a number now. Come on. Oh, before we sing this number, before we sing it. Ready, man. You ready, man. Right on the beat. That's right. Corey, who is one of our signers, took ill last week when he was signing for us. He's been to the hospital. He's out now. And he will continue to go to his doctor. We're not sure at this point. It could be more serious than we expect or hope, but we'll see in the next few days. We'll report to you, though, keep you abreast of. And I told him this morning, again last week, that we would be praying for him. Okay, come on. Christine is replacing him. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm surely on my way. The angels watching, they keep watching over me. Abuse me. You may drive me from the pole. get in trouble. When I lay me down, oh, the angels, they keep watching over me. All night. Oh, the angels, they keep watching over me.
Come over here. Come over here. Yeah. John Turk. You know, I thought I was going to be off this morning. I didn't think I was going to preach at the 9 o'clock nor the 11. My Angelou was in town. I thought I'd get here at the 9, but I ain't Maya. So she's speaking today at another place at 10 o'clock in the city. But we'll see her again soon. Also, I am bringing in Dr. Claiborne Carson. at the 11 o'clock. He is the most renowned interpreter of Martin Luther King's works, Faith and Works. So he'll be here at 11. I'd hope that he would get it. Well, anyway, here I am. I'm going to talk just a little bit about several things that I said at the conference this past week, the Bishops' Conference. We'll keep talking about that because that has a great impact. You put a new song in my mouth and gave me the power to praise you. And gave me the power to praise you. You opened me up to the truth. Suddenly my eyes could see it. And I knew that you don't care. Get this, here's the crux of it. I knew then that you don't care about rituals. I knew then that you don't care about rituals and murmurings of religion. I knew then that you didn't care about rituals and the murmurings of religion. I knew then that you didn't care about me carrying a Bible in my hand, because that's not what counts. I knew then that you didn't care about me standing up lying about what I'm doing and I'm not doing it. I knew then that you didn't care about me walking around praising your name when the praise was really not for you, it was for myself. I knew then that all of a sudden, whatever happened to me, that I had something to do about it, but I'd rather give it to you so I wouldn't have to do anything about it. I knew then that the church was doing more talking than it was walking. I knew then that the church was not the four walls, the church was the people. And I knew then that if I were going to be the church, I had to be the people. You didn't get that one, did you? I knew then that if I were going to be the church, I had to be the people. And so I said to them, I thought the church was powerful when I grew up. And the more I lived in the church and worked in the church and became a part of the church, I saw how apathetic the church was. Because the church was more concerned about being middle class than it was about liberating the people. Than it was about the Spirit. Because that's what I talked about the Spirit. The Methodist Church has lost its spirit. When John Wesley said, my heart is strangely warm, I think the Methodist Church then cut off and said, we better organize this stuff. How do you organize somebody's heart being strangely warm? And the Methodist Church just kept organizing, squeezing, meeting, doing all the rituals. They thought that the rituals would make them glorious. And so they recited all of the creeds, every creed that came from every kind of person and every other group. They started using them and then created a few themselves. And they grew real fast. But on the continuum of spirituality, of religion, groups often start off with the Spirit. And the more money they get and the more middle class they get, and the more they get isolated from the origin of their existence, what they usually do is become then rigid. And they become caught up in rules and policy and regulations. One of the women bishops said, why don't we stop passing so many policies? We knew what she was talking about. The most recent policy that was passed in the Methodist Church. Why don't we stop passing so many policies? What we ought to do is get up on the floor and let people know that the bishops don't want to pass no more policies. See, they think that the way that you cure something, the way you heal something, the way you get something done is just pass another policy. And so what they've done is just policed themselves out of the Spirit. There is no Spirit, you know.
God. There is power in the Spirit, but there is not power when you give up that which originated with you, that which created you, that which gave you vibrancy, that which gave you some flexibility, that which gave you freedom, that which said to you, you can now go on with your life, with your community, with your church. You can go on with all of the things that you have to do. Just don't tie yourself up too much, because you're becoming a slave then to being tied up. Did you hear what I just said? Say it again. What did I say? Say it again. I'm just trying to make sure you got it. That's right. Say it again. The more you tie yourself up, the more a slave you become. You know, we think that when we have somebody we really want, y'all, ooh, you are so fine. And the first thing we began to do is say, I don't want you doing this now. And I don't want you doing this. And I don't want you doing this. And I don't want you to, I'm talking about me now. But anyway, I don't want you to. See, what we're afraid of is that it's going to get away. If it's so good, it's going to get away. So what we do is we start tying it up. No, not Tuesday, you can't go. No, Wednesday, you can't. Only one day a week now. You know, people want a little walking room, folks. People want a little dancing room, folks. People want to shout a little bit, folks. People don't want to always have to check out and see if it's all right what they're doing, folks. Okay? Somebody said, you're getting so many young people in your church. I tell you, they're right. They're right. We got a lot of young folks, and we're going to get a whole lot more. You know why? Because, as Harvey Cox says in his book, Fire from Heaven, what we do here is we take care of the spiritual bankruptcy of humanity. Young people, it's called spiritual emptiness. And it's not only young people who are, I was looking over the list of folks who joined church recently, and do you know that most of you didn't even turn toward a church? It's amazing. Where did you go to church last? I didn't go. When did you go to church? I didn't go. I stopped going when I left the house. That's the other thing. I stopped going to church when I left home. And then a few said, I stopped going to church when I heard about God. There is a spiritual emptiness in our communities and in our society. We are empty spiritually speaking. And it's because we don't let the Spirit touch our soul and our heart and our mind. In fact, Harvey Cox has said to us in a very clear way, without any doubt, that what we need to understand is that we're going through what he calls primal spirituality. Primal meaning first. Primal meaning importance. Primal meaning the origin of. Primal spiritual. We want to go and find some sense by the Spirit as it moves us out of our enslavement, out of our tightness, out of our being bound up. We want to move sometime. And so we yell and shout and sing and pray
and witness. We tell our stories here because what we want to do is we want the Spirit to grip us, to come to us, to turn us upside out and inside out. And if we're doing primal spirituality, what we want first is primal speech. You know what primal speech is? Speaking from the heart.
That's right.
Speak from your heart.
That's right.
Speaking from your heart. Where's your heart? Where's your passion? Where is your passion? Well, we are middle class, and in middle class, we don't do that kind of thing. We don't use our heart, or we use our brain solely. And your brain is burning up. You hear what I just said? Brain is burning up because the spirit has not been fed. We need to feed the spirit. And that's why we come here, I hope, to feed the spirit. I'm not saying that we can do anything else while you're here. But one thing you gonna get is the opportunity to feed the Spirit. Some folks get and say, I'm gonna get my batteries charged. I'm going to Glide to get my batteries charged. Some folks say, well, I'm gonna go get my tank full. Some folks say, well, I'm going to get over there where that diversity is. See, that's what I told the bishops. I said, it is pathetic. It is pathetic for us to be talking about diversity, and we keep creating churches that are segregated. And first of all, I put it on my black brothers and sisters. I said to them, you all stop putting money into churches that are not going to grow and go anyway. You know, put money into church. Bring some white churches where there are black churches and black churches where there are white churches, and put them together. And those that are left in the church, let them work. Create an integrated, multiracial church that may be smaller than either of these churches put together, but it's time for us to bring different people in diversity together on Sunday morning. That's what it is. Sunday morning, segregation, and we create more segregation. It's awful. It hurts me. I said to them, my brothers and my sisters, we can't go on this way. Now, I know I'm going to hear from some of my black brothers, what you doing talking about them not putting no money and trying to create new black churches. I said to them, don't put no money trying to create new black churches unless it is a very, very extreme position where you know it's going to be integrated. Then I said to them again, don't just stop putting money into black churches, stop putting them into white churches that are going to continue to be segregated. You bring the black churches and the white churches and the Chicano or Latino churches together. Bring the Asians together. Bring all the people together. We're going to do something here next month. I think it is, whatever month it is. We're trying to get all the Methodist churches to come and send some of their leaders, and we're going to work with them for 3 days. And then that Sunday afternoon, we're going to let all the churches come together right here at Glide. If they don't get together but one time a year, they're going to get together here that Sunday morning, that Sunday. Finally, I knew they were looking for some Jesus. And I'd given them some Joel and some Isaiah and some Psalms. And I said, it's Jesus' time. See, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. I told them about when Richard Allen left the Methodist Church years ago, an African American. They used to put the African Americans up in the balcony in the Methodist, segregated Methodist Church years ago during slavery. And Richard Allen got tired of that stuff and walked out with some of the black folks. He said, we're leaving you. And they did. But what Richard Allen didn't do was start another church for 3 years. What he did, he started programs in the community for 3 years and built programs up and then started a church. See? Glide had the gall to start programs and church at the same time. You hear me? You hear me? And what we said, if we can do it at the same time, then we're going to make sure that nobody is left out. So years ago, before anybody even said homosexual, we were saying homosexual. That's right. We created the Council on Religion and the Homosexual, and we said to the gay and lesbian and transgender and bisexual and every other community that had some kind of sexual order, we said to them, look, we're the church. We're small. We're just glad. But it's your home if you choose it to be. And then we went out there before they could make their choice and started snatching them in. See, that's reading Tom can say, I've been here 24 years. A lot of folks can say, I've been here a long time. So I want you to know this. Hear me.